Whenever you're ready.
I figured you'd be like, so what are you doing?
Okay. So what are you doing?
I am hanging your curtain rods up.
Yay! All right. So what are you using to hang?
I am using what are called pop toggles.
Ooh, pop toggles.
There's a
All
brand
right.
new bag back there.
Okay.
In the 1/8 inch thickness variety.
All right. So why are we using the pop toggles?
All right, so these come with drywall anchors.
These, as in the
curtain rods.
which
right.
we'll link to. We got them from Amazon, and they're really lightweight and great.
Which are like normal drywall anchors that you would use in your home, where the drywall is anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch thick, probably a 1/2 inch. Which, are these, there's a bunch of different varieties. So when you run the screw in these two pieces flare out and help to lock it into the drywall, because you can't just run a screw in the drywall, right? But the problem is with an RV is that, as anybody knows, this is just like a wall panel. It's very thin. It's a piece of Luan board with wallpaper on it normally, which is an awful lot like a door skin that's on a hollow door, which is what these are actually made for. So these are made for 1/8 inch thick material. They seem to have done pretty well. We've hung pretty much everything in here that's hanging, and it hasn't fallen down yet. So that's what we're using.
We also use it to hang our mirror in our bathroom, which weighs
A pretty good amount.
50 pounds. You think it weighs less than that? 30
maybe
pounds?
30, 40.
Yeah, and it's holding strong and steady.
So, in 1/4 inch plywood, these say they have a 40-pound working load. So I'm gonna guess it probably has, like, in reality, in this 1/8 inch paneling, 30-pound working load, but you got to use your own judgment.
So is that like if you put 2 in, would you get more?
Yes.
Okay.
The working load is just the
Per
anchor.
So would you get double if you use 2?
Yes.
You would. Okay, I'm seriously asking this question.
And 4 times as much if you use 4.
Hey, is that how math works?
It is.
Thanks.
It is. It is indeed. So,
So explain how they work, because we haven't talked about that.
okay, so you drill your hole that matches up to the size, and this is a 5/16 hole for these. You fold these anchors.
Wait, show them. So let's see what it looks like.
So this is when you get out of the packages. You get these and screws and a little tool that I'll show you. So you fold them up after you drill your hole, your 5/16 hole, and you put them into the wall, obviously, like that. And then you take this
little tool.
So it'd be in the wall like this, and that pushes it flat, and it just pushes in a little bit. And then when you run your screw in, then it'll lock it up against itself.
And so it's got at least, what is that? Maybe a 1/2 inch on either side that it's like anchoring in there?
Yeah, a little more than that, actually. Probably. But a lot better. And I mean, if you can find a stud, you can find a stud. Luckily, with these curtain rods on the upper part here, I was able to go with a wood screw directly into the framing member. And big thing on your slides. Make sure your screws aren't really long going to your slide walls, because your slide walls are pretty thin, and it looked interesting. You could have places to hang towels outside your RV if you use really long screws.
Woohoo!
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
So that's it. That's a pop toggle. So what I'm going to actually do is use it's probably like a 5/32 bit, and I'm just going to drill a little pilot hole, because I don't have my stud finder with me in these, to see if I do actually happen to hit a stud.
And we do know where he's not just drilling willy-nilly. He's already measured. I hope.
See, so that's hollow. So I'm going to use my 5/16 bit now, because I know I got to use pop toggles everywhere.
Yeah, he bought the store out of pop toggles the other day. because we've used just a lot of them.
So you fold them up, put them in, and you go. Whoop.
And that was Tony, if you weren't sure. It wasn't the actual pop toggle.
Did not actually go. Whoop.
It reminds me of Hot Pockets.
Indeed. Give it a little bit of force.
With the yellow thing, the little plungy thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's got like a little step on it, and it's kind of hard to see, but you want to get it all the way to the step. See that one popped. And this one, lucky me, there's a framing member right there, so.
What does that mean?
Well, it means it's not going to expand if I put it in that way. I could kind of tell when I drilled it, it kind of went into a little bit of the stud.
Oh.
So I want to make sure that it goes in like that. That way,
Wait a minute. Show me that again.
like up and down,
Oh.
vertical, so it's alongside it.
Oh, as opposed to like horizontal.
Yeah, because it's
Gotcha.
interfering with the stud.
Because it wouldn't really. I didn't even think about that. That it wouldn't matter what direction you actually inserted that.
Normally, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it. And then luckily the screws that come with the curtain hardware are the same size as the screws that come with the pop toggle, so I can go from there.
So you don't put the anchor in, because that is the anchor. The pop toggle is the anchor, and then you just put in the screw that it came with, the hardware that it came with. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
because it's the same size. I mean, that's not always going to be...
Right. Beautiful. I'll put my. It's going to be curtains for you. No, I don't want it like that. I'll do it. Don't you worry. Yeah. Let me do that part. Let me do the fluffing. Thank you very much. And that's pop toggles?
Pop toggles, 1/8 inch.
So there you go.
Thick.
And we are not sponsored by Pop Toggles, or Hillman, or anyone else.
But they seem to work.
Yeah. If it works,
That's the only
it
anchor
works.
I've ever seen for something that skinny. So, because normally...
What about those metal ones?
the metal ones? The big toggle bolts?
Yeah.
They probably would work in theory.
We do know somebody though who they used that and it ripped.
Yeah, it's a
it
little
ripped
bit
out.
I
of
mean,
the
like
wall.
if you're hanging something that needs that much support, you shouldn't be hanging it in a RV because the walls just don't support it. They're not going to support it.
Good to know. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy Fix It Monday.